Good evening, my dear beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here to present a very uh, interesting and also very important uh, level of topic, and the topic is all about graduation ceremony. In other words, it is known as convocation. And you know that this particular ceremony, which is known as convocation, graduation ceremony, are very common to schools, colleges, and universities, and at different levels of schooling. And we find sometimes why we are celebrating or we are observing such a graduation day, or we call it a convocation day. And sometimes we also think why nursery to UKG, when they reach UKG, there is a kind of a convocation ceremony held in the school, and why it is so important, and why the school authority is making a big pandal and beautiful decorations everywhere to welcome the parents and the kids. My dear friends, I would say something very, very important here. First and foremost, the word graduation is coming from a Latin word which is known as gradus. Gradus basically means step, or we call it grade. So, the word gradus is a Latin origin, and it simply uh, points out that there is a step that is going ahead, a step in the achievement of education and other levels of achievements in one's life. So we can understand that why the kids will have to celebrate graduation day. Is it very important for kids, or is it the prerogative of only of bigger boys and bigger girls, college students, university students? But here I have to point out a very important thing. The point which I want to bring before you is that the child who came to, or the kid that entered the nursery classroom, spent time with the teacher almost 4 hours a day, and went to LKG, and there also the child was with the teacher, and the teacher held the hand of the child to write letters, draw lines. The child learned at the hand of the teacher how to say, may I come in, may I go out, thank you miss, sorry miss. Like that, there are number of things that child learned in LKG, and then finally the child reached UKG, and there the child became a complete person. Why? So you should understand why we observe graduation ceremony or convocation ceremony here. This is the most important part of my thought. What is that? The biggest letters of learning, the biggest numbers of learning, the biggest letters of vernacular language is learned, or we can say are learned, and they have equipped themselves with the capacity of writing 1, 2, 3. They are able to write without any difficulty ABC. One may think ABC 1, 2, 3, the biggest letters of vernacular language, they are all very simple. I know it, but they are the degrees of highest degree. They are the letters of highest degree. They are the words of highest degree. And that is why the child receives graduation ceremony today. You may be MA, you may be MEd, you may be MSc, you may be BSc, you may be PhD, you must have completed MTH, BTH, GATE, JEET. Like that, so many competitive exams you must have completed. But you were able to complete all these competitive exams just because of the highest and the biggest letter which you learned in nursery, LKG, UKG. That's the reason why we keep this particular day as convocation day, and it is a ceremony of celebration for these kids. They learned at the hand, sitting with the teacher, how to write, how to draw line, how to speak, how to say hi, how to say hello, how to utter certain words, how to think, how to walk on their own. Look at that situation. When the child came to nursery, the child was shedding tears. The child was crying aloud, and mother was standing far off and watching the child, looking at the child, and the child looking out to the mother through the window. Such relationship was created there, and such an atmosphere. From such an atmosphere, the child started becoming independent to write, to speak, and to read. So, my dear fellow friends, you must remember. So, graduation day, or this particular ceremony, which is a celebration of learning the language, is a particular celebration of writing the numbers. It is a particular celebration of knowing the vernacular language. It's a very, very important step. Therefore, my dear parents, you must remember this is the most important part of everyone's learning. If you ignore this particular point, then you don't care for education. You really don't care for learning. So, here we must remember learning takes place with ABC, with 1, 2, 3, and with Kaka Kakanga, and with so many other vernacular language phonetics. So, I would say today our children, our kids, are going to be graduated in this particular aspect, and they are known as graduates. Why? Because they are now eligible for the particular line of education. They are taking the highest degree. The highest degree is not the distinction or the first class or rank 1 position. You are able to get rank 1 position of any integrated subject because you learned first ABC. You learned first 1, 2, 3. And that is the reason why this graduation day is a celebration. This graduation day is very important. And to parents, one word of appreciation, one word of caution. You should never think it is the time that I have to quit teaching my child. The child knows everything. No, it is the right time to think differently. Now my child knows how to read, how to write, and how to speak. Now it is the time for me and for my teacher to hold the hand of the child and lead the child in the right path. If you fail to do so as a parent, then your child will never be in the right direction. You will take time to put the child in the right direction. Therefore, nevertheless of the age, you need to hold the hand of the child like the teacher who held the hand of the child in the nursery class and in UKG. You need to hold the hand of the child after the school and make the child to practice and learn at home. This is the work of the parent after the schooling. So, I am not going to say too many things, but you must remember it is a celebration of the highest degree of a graduate. I wish all the kids congratulations for achieving this highest degree that starts with the A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. My dear friends, let us take this important step wherever we are with the great conviction that it is the duty of everyone to celebrate. So, once again, I wish all the kids all the very best and celebrate the day with great grandeur. Thank you. Good night.